Hello, friends. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Welcome to From Worn Out to Weary to Worn Out and Weary to Radiant Real Self-Care Inside and Out. I'm so excited to have you guys joining me. My goal this week is to come on here every day, right around 1 o'clock. We'll see. I'm going to do my best. I got my kids home still this week, so I'll do my best, but I want to come on and give you a little bit of an introduction as to what we're doing each day. Today, I want to talk to you about some of the things, one thing especially, that can really keep us from taking care of ourselves. You know, I know we always can make excuses. There's so many other things going on, other people to take care of. But one thing that I have noticed is feeling like self-care can be selfish and not knowing, where's that boundary between, healthy self-confidence and vanity, pride, overconfidence. And there's also something called false humility. This is the other thing that I've battled with too, is putting myself down. Because I think that's actually humility, but really that's just beating myself up. So something that I discuss in our first lesson is what it was like when I first held my baby girl and how I was just absolutely in awe of her. You know, I'd held babies before and they are amazing, but when you hold your own for the first time, it's absolutely amazing, incredible. And honestly, any baby you hold, even puppies, maybe babies aren't your thing, maybe it's puppies, but when you hold these tiny little creatures, they're amazing. You look at all their little fingers and all their little features, and you can't help but be in absolute wonder of them. And you can't help but admit that they are an absolute miracle. It's amazing how this human being is in this tiny little adorable little package, and the potential that is within that tiny little human to, you have no idea who they're going to be or what they're going to do. You don't know what their voice is going to sound like, or even what they're going to look like when they're bigger. But we are absolutely in awe of these tiny little human beings, and it's so no doubt that they are a miracle. But then the thing is, we look in the mirror and we don't see a miracle. When we look in the mirror, we see our flaws and imperfections. Maybe we hear the names that people have called us over the years, the criticisms that people have called us over the years. Those are the things that we see and hear when we look at ourselves. But I discovered or realized this year that the only difference between that tiny little package, that amazing little human being, and you is time. That's the only difference. It's the only difference. So many of us have been listening to these names, these lies, these insults, these criticisms for 10, 20, 50 years. And so that's what we hear, that's what we see when we look in the mirror. So I want to encourage you today that when you look in the mirror, you try to remember yourself as a child, as a baby. Who were you? What did that mean to the people looking at you when you were just this innocent little human? And try to remember that that's who you are. The Bible actually says that we are awesomely and wondrously made. Maybe you've heard the version where it says fearfully and wonderfully made. And that always confused me. It's like, what does fearfully mean? And honestly, that's kind of a poor translation from the original. It was originally written in Hebrew by King David. He had written that. And a more accurate translation from Hebrew to English is awesomely, not fearfully, awesomely. So I want to encourage you to remember that you are awesomely and wondrously made, just like the amazing little humans around you. Maybe you have a hard time seeing that when you look at yourself, but I hope that there is someone in your life that you can say, like, yeah, they are awesomely and wondrously made. And friend, if they are awesomely and wondrously made, then you are too. Okay. You got to stop hearing the lies. You got to stop believing what others have said. Um, I keep hearing this pop up in my head, so I'm going to stop ignoring it. I had someone in my life call me useless, as in my name was useless. Like, hey, useless, come here. Okay. This is what I heard for many, many, many years is useless. You're useless. You're useless. Okay. And you can imagine what that does to a psyche, what that does to a person, what that does to a spirit. To hear that and to believe that. And for many years, I was striving, pushing to overcome that, to prove that I wasn't useless. And it was wearing me out. It wore me out. I was exhausted because I was trying to prove something that I didn't need to prove. Okay, I didn't need to prove that to anyone. You know, people's perceptions are their own. It's their own deal. So I just want to encourage you that whatever names, whatever lies have been spoken over you, I want to encourage you to reject those lies and to embrace the truth that you are awesomely and wondrously made. You're made on purpose for purpose. And when we start operating within that purpose, we no longer exhaust ourselves. In fact, we're actually energized because we're doing what we were put here on this earth to do. So I just want to encourage you to start figuring out what that is, what you are here to do. And then you can start treating yourself like someone who's got an incredible purpose, someone who is wondrously and awesomely made. You can start taking care of your body and your mind and your spirit. I have waffled back and forth between, is this a spiritual thing? Do I just need to pray harder? Or is this a physical thing? Do I just need to eat better and exercise more? And I just keep coming back to, it's everything. We are body and spirit, and we need to take care of both. Our bodies wear out, and when my body is tired, when my body is weary, then my mind is weary and my spirit is weary, and I struggle immensely. And so I just want to encourage you, if you don't know how to take care of your spirit, or you don't know how to take care of your mind, we're going to work on that together. We're going to take care of you, and we're going to teach you how to take care of you sustainably so that you can do this, do things every day, small things that are going to fill you with more energy and more life, so that you can live the life that you were created to live, so that you can live radiantly. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to pop on here again tomorrow, and we can look at our next lesson again together. Bless you so much, friend. Happy New Year.